Hello. Good evening, everyone. So today I'm going to present 1984 as a satire of Stalinism and bureaucratic power. So these are my personal information, a table of contents, and my research question. How does Orwell critiques Stalinism and broader totalitarian regimes? And how do narrative devices like doublethink, propaganda, and revisionism reflect both Stalinist Russia and modern authoritarian control, as echoed in Dibakar Banerjee's Shanghai? Hypothesis. Orwell's 1984 critiques Stalinism and universal totalitarianism through satire, portraying how regimes use terror and surveillance and propaganda and through though control to enforce obedience and manipulate truth. And concepts like a double think, the 2 minutes hat, and the Ministry of Truth mirror Stalin's betrayal of socialism and reflect real world and authoritarian strategies. And the novel's relevance persists in modern regimes using similar tools, critic reinforced by Shanghai, and where bureaucratic corruption and moral compromise parallel Orwellian oppression and reveal power's prioritization over justice. So, introduction. George Orwell's 1984 serves as a profound critic of totalitarianism and also bureaucratic power and suppression and oppression also. And in this we can the party's rule is upheld by two coexisting forces and irrational will to power, akin to Stalin's autocratic rule and bureaucratic rationalization, and ensuring efficient administration of operation. In this, there is a manipulation is a most important point of that. So the purpose of Stalinism is that according to the this new article, was not to serve the people or uphold Marxist ideas, but to maintain absolute power. And Stalin used the terror, surveillance, propaganda, and rewriting of history and control of language and thought. So, and how Stalinism emerged. So I used this article, and it explains that Stalinism emerged from the power struggle in a Soviet Russia after Lenin's death. And Orwell was deeply disturbed by how Stalin had betrayed the ideas of the socialist revolution by creating a tyrannical regime based on fear and manipulation and propaganda. And here I take one example from Arthur Chrysler's Darkness at Noon. And it also it's about betrayal of revolutionary idea. So that is main connected with here. So Oceania is a satirical representation of Stalinist Russia. Orwell's depiction of a big brother and the inner party is a clear parallel to Stalin and the Communist Party elite. In this, we can also take one example from Ray Bradbury's the Fahrenheit 451. In this, government distress citizens with meaningless media and fake news and all the things. So that is the main point. And here, the 2 minutes hat is a direct satire of Stalinist mass relies, and the party forces citizens to express their hatred towards a constructed enemy. And this session serve as a emotional manipulation, ensuring that people remain focused on the external enemy rather than the party's own failures. So next, Doublethink is a satirical critique of Stalinist ideology. And in this, the concept of doublethink is one of Orwell's sharpest satirical tools against Stalinist thought control. And in Soviet Russia, contradictory ideas were forced upon the populations. The government claimed to fight for worker equality, yet elite communist official lived in luxury. And uh, we can also say that in real world also politics and rich people are connected with each other. So that is the main point here. And the Soviet press declared freedom, but citizens who criticized the state were imprisoned. Orwell satirizes this hypocrisy by creating party slogans that defy logic. War is peace. Party convince people that constant war keeps peace within a society, and preventing them from questioning their suffering. And also, freedom is slavery. So the party claims individuals' freedom leads to reign. So submission to the state is a necessary. And last, ignorance is strength. So the party asserts that people are strong when they don't think critically. So next, the party's bureaucratic control over truth and history. So here, Ministry of Truth is a Orwell's satirical representation of Stalinist propaganda and censorship. So here we can take one example from Marcus Zusak's uh, 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 Marcus Zusak's one of the work. In his work, it's all about a ministry of truth. So Winston's job at the Ministry of Truth directly parallels how Stalin's government erased political enemies from history, and all newspapers were altered to feed the state's official version of events. And also, records were destroyed or changed to remove any evidence that contradicted the government's narrative. And we can see here, Orwell's famous party slogan, who controls the past controls the future, who controls the present and controls the past, so perfectly describes Stalin's manipulation of historical records. And here, Orwell satirizes how totalitarian bureaucracies erase reality and force so people to believe whatever the state tells them. So, and here in today's world also, we can say that so many example that how people easily believed in such videos and fake news. So that is the main example here. And Orwell's broader warning satire beyond Stalinism. So, in 1984 is not just a critique of Stalinism, but also totalitarian regimes. And in this, mass surveillance is the most important. That big boy brother is watching you anywhere. We can find CCTV camera and internet tracking. So many things going on in this world. So that is the main issue of that. Uh, in word. So and propaganda and state controlled media. So in 1984 the party controls all news and books and films. We can say that here a diary in this work we can take example that diary is also mysterious and most important thing. So that is the main point. And Orwell satirizes how government manipulate information to control public opinion and tactics in so in we can take one example from Animal Farm, that who is in a power position, and how all treated people and all. So that is the main point. And Orwell's novel warns that when governments or corporation control media, then can shape perception of truth by censoring dissenting voices and promote propaganda disguised as a news, making it hard to distinguish fact from fiction. So that is and a comparative study of Orwell's 1984 and Dibakar Banerjee's Shanghai. So here comparative study of film and our work. So in 1984, the party's bureaucracy ensured that power remains concentrated among the elite, with figures like O'Brien enforcing operation under the illusion of service to the state. So here oppression word, all people suffer from oppression, like in our real world also, we are also oppressed by government and all. So in Shanghai, bureaucrats like T.A. Krishnan are caught between duty and political pressure, and showing how real world governments prioritize power over justice. And in both similarities, both works depict bureaucrats as enforcers of systematic corruption and forced to compromise their moral compass to serve the ruling elite. Conclusion. Orwell's 1984 is not merely a critique of Stalinist Russia, but a universal warning against the danger of totalitarianism. And his depiction of a doublethink and party and propaganda and the thought police serves as an enduring warning about the fragility of individuals' freedom in the face of oppressive government. So, these are the references. Thank you. If you have any question, please ask.
My question is, what is Orwell's ultimate warning about bureaucracy?
Okay, so Orwell's show that bureaucracy in a totalitarian regime is not neutral. It becomes a tool of operation and enforcing obedience through paperwork and also illusion of normality at all. So this is the main point.
So who is next to ask? Mita.
So my question is, how is Shanghai similar to 1984 in its portrayal of power?
Okay, both reveal bureaucrats trapped within corrupt systems and forced to serve elite while pretending to help the people. And also, we can say that truth is sacrificed for political convenience. So, that is the main point of that. So, thank you so much.